Hey guys, well we're back and today we're going to be working on another tree. Just before we do, I just want to pull out these Schefflera cuttings that I have here and we'll take a look at them. I've actually done a little bit of growing so far this late fall and beginning of winter. Now these cuttings actually came from Nigel's banyan style Schefflera that he just did a video on. I just got done watching it this morning and reminded me that I should maybe pull these out and take a look at them. So these came from his banyan style Schefflera bonsai. And a year and a half ago, I think, as he said, September 2020, he did some pruning, and he did do a lot of major pruning actually, because he had a number of these cuttings set aside after he was done, and I was down there. I think it was about the day after he had pruned it. So I was lucky enough and showed up at the right time, and he offered me these cuttings. So I was really thankful for them, and still am. And they've really taken off, the ones that survived. I'm going to prune them back this spring, especially this taller one here. I think what we'll do, it's pretty safe to say that these are not going to make it. We'll take these out. I think we have some other roots. We're growing around these. Well, as I've said before, I never give up easy. These have been in there for a year and a half and still nothing growing out of them, so I think it's really safe to say that nothing ever will. So I will finally pull those out. And that'll be it. Now it would be really nice to start my own like clump style, banyan style Schefflera, and I think this is going to be a start for me. What I'm going to do is, hopefully by the time I need to prune these back, these will be somewhat a bit more hardened off as they grow a little longer, and I'm going to plant more cuttings, and eventually they'll all start growing together, and hopefully in the future it'll look quite neat. But until then, I'm just going to grow these and cut them back hard and plant some more cuttings and just get some more going here. That's my plans for these. Well, we'll put them up on the shelf and let them do some more growing, and we'll see what they look like in the spring, how much more growth is on them in the spring. I could even let them grow another year. And actually, we'll take a look at one more here. So here's my cashew trees, or seedlings, I guess, that I also got from Nigel just early this fall, and I should have my tweezers. And you can see here, you can see this, the cashew seeds in here that are still here, that the tree started from. And they are actually still growing, not like really fast, but they are growing still, and they seem to be doing just fine underneath these lights. This one I think has grown, probably done some further growing than the other ones since this fall underneath the light. The good thing is you can see lower here we've got some other branching starting. So it already appears that it's, you know, it's got no problem at all, you know, starting lower branching itself. All these upper leaves seem to have branching starting. So that's really good. Here's one down here that's starting. So this spring I'll probably cut these back. I'll take these back down to, you know, the first branch that's coming out above the lowest leaf. Yeah, so that's awesome. So I'm really happy about these. I was really, you know, thinking that these were going to have a hard time, but these are actually growing quite nicely underneath the lights, at least staying alive anyways. You can see here under this one here's got quite the lower branch growing up. So this one here, we can actually take this one away back here. But we'll let them grow for now. We'll just see how much growth I can get on them till the springtime, and then we'll cut them back at that time. And we may even look at putting them in a bigger pot so they can stretch their roots a little more. Okay, well, let's go see what tree we're gonna be working on today. Okay, well, coming back up over here, there's about 3 more trees in here that really need our attention. I think what we're going to do is work on the Green Island Ficus next. We're not going to be doing anything major, just to prune on it. But we are going to bring things back just a little bit so that we don't lose anything off our lower branching here. Because the one thing that I have discovered just myself, like with my bougainvillea, if I let a lot of like vigor go to the top of the tree, or it gets really strong up here, or growing longer branches, I found I've lost some lower branching. So I gotta kind of keep things tame here if I want to keep my lower branching and not have to worry about, you know, the vigor going out of the lower part of the tree. So I think what we're going to do is we're just going to take some off the upper canopy here, and also this lower branch here. We're going to be doing some changes with it. So I will pull it out, and that'll be the tree we're working on today. Alright, so this is the Green Island Ficus. I believe I did give this a prune back in the summertime at one point. I did not video it. I can't remember why. I was likely quite crunched for time, so I just gave it a quick prune. But here we are now. We're going to give it another. This lower branch here started to look quite sparse, as I had a lot of growth that was coming out at the top. And this was starting to look quite sparse. But since then, since I brought this all back at the top, we've gained some strength in our lower branch here, so I'd like to try and keep that. So we're just going to bring it back a little wee bit on the top. But we are going to make a small change here to this bottom branch that I've been thinking about for a while now. We are going to shorten this. The first thing I don't really like is how this runs at the same line basically as my trunk does here. So that's one of the few things that I've never really cared about it, but I've just allowed it to grow. But since we've gotten, over the last 2 to 3 years, this branch here has done some growing. So what I would like to do is go with this upper branch here, and we're going to remove this bottom here. So it'll put some, well, if we cover this up, you can see there'll be some nice movement there in that branch and some taper. And also, it'll just look nicer the way it comes off of the trunk that way, rather than coming down here almost parallel with the trunk below our main trunk. So what we're going to do is take that off today, and of course I'm going to pot this up as a cutting. Just clean this up a little bit here. There we are. Okay. Well, that branch, in my opinion, it looks a lot better. It kind of opens things up a little bit more down here. But I do like that. Yeah, I like that a lot better. Definitely glad I did that. Yeah, that'll make a good little cutting to start. Alright, now while we're down here, what we can do is we'll bring this back here. And moving up here, we're going to bring this back to an outward facing leaf. As with this one. I think we're going to take this top I think we're just going to take this one right off. And coming up here now, it hasn't grown a lot up on the top, but we are just gonna bring everything back a little wee bit here. We got 3 coming off of here. What we'll do is we'll take take this one off here. Same with here, we're going to have to remove a couple of these. I think we'll take the one growing up on top off here. And this one here. Yeah, we're kind of really taking things back here today, but that's okay. Okay, we got 3 coming out of the same place up here, so we're going to have to take at least one out here. So we're going to take this one off. Well, I think that'll be it for today. Actually, we're going to take this back to here. Okay. We're going to bring this one back a little further. And that'll be good for now. And we got a lot of sap coming out here. It's going to self-heal. Okay, that's it. That's it for today. And we have 3 more trees up there that we're going to definitely look at. We don't want to lose what we have gained with them so far. If I let them go too long, I can lose some of my progress on them actually. Okay, well, here we are. It's all finished, and this is the view from the front. I kind of like that branch now. It looks much, much better. Well, in my opinion anyways. What happened here? Something happened here. Oh, I guess nothing happened there. There was just something on there. It's all right. Yep, looks much, much better. I'm glad that I took that off. We'll just give it a turn. You can still see some wire marks in there from a ways back. About a year and a half ago now, took off some major branches down here, but they were all coming out in the same spot. That's why we have a bit of bulging going on here. And back to the front. Well, that's it. Yeah, it's definitely an improvement, I think, with that, the way that branch is now. I'm liking it. We still got a long ways to go on the top. Little improvements here and there throughout every year. We'll definitely get there. Well, that's all the work we'll be doing today. That's it for the Green Island Ficus. You guys take care and have a great day. Bye for now.